Today I was pretty humbled, and I wanted to come here and share what happened, because it was a lesson for me that I want to come back to over and over again. I want to be reminded, so I'm going to capture this on tape. I had been listening to Abraham Hicks the last few mornings with my coffee first thing, which is something that I normally do. I listen to a couple of videos just to get grounded for the day, to get centered, to be reminded of what's real and what's not. So, about 3 days ago, Abraham Hicks had a comment in her video of something to the effect of being overstimulated, needing to sit with a lesson, needing to absorb it and be gentle with yourself, because we've been living and believing one thing for who knows how many years, how many decades, and to ask yourself to all of a sudden flip your mind, wake up one morning and just be a different person. I think it can happen spiritually. You can choose one moment to the next, but physically, your neurons and your brain synapses and everything, it just takes time. And so Abraham was talking about how you just have to be patient, be logical about it, in the way that, maybe you decide today something is going to resonate with me and I'm going to react differently next time. I'm actively choosing that as a conscious creator. But then you do react to something, or you wake up the next day and you forget what you agreed to with yourself. And then you get frustrated and you spin out. This is where I've been the last few days. And it's felt lonely being spun out and not connected to God the way that I normally am. Flustered is the word that kept coming to mind. And then it dawned on me, as ideas might dawn on you sometimes. Abraham's message, that message was for me, because I had been absorbing audiobooks and YouTube videos, cross-platform teachings, because spirituality is something that I've dedicated my interest to, and sometimes I absorb too much of it all at once. And so I was reminded of Abraham's message of be patient, be gentle with yourself. And so before recording this video, on my walk, I decided to sit down, lift my chin to the sun, breathe deeply, and listen. And what God told me is, isolate the sound of the birds. Just listen to the birds and breathe. Be grounded. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but I've been listening. And I feel grounded and connected again. And what God also told me was, you need to step away from listening to videos and audiobooks, even just for a few days. Let the information sift through my mind and fall where it will. Give my mind the time to make sense of it. Give my soul the time to ease me into it, to give me inspirations, just to be gentle. And that was so humbling for me, because when I first heard Abraham say it, I was kind of like, oh, well, not me, I am moving lightning fast, and I totally change and absorb quickly. But I just wanted to come on here and remind you that it's possible you're not being calm and patient enough with yourself. I say that with love. So isolate a sound in the room, outside, just listen. Vibrationally focus on that sound until you feel grounded, until your system slows. And it's possible just to step away from media for a little while and maybe do something with your hands. Maybe it's chores around the house, or cooking, or painting, gardening. Just in the background, let your mind just focus on what it's learned and make sense of it, instead of trying to continually feed it more and more information and then not being loving to yourself when you feel disconnected because there's chaos going on in your mind. I don't know if any of that made sense, but it's what my morning felt like, and I thought maybe it would help somebody else.